Everyone, welcome to this quick video regarding the solutions of midsem. So before starting the solution, you can pause the video here and you can check the answer script that I have received through the Google form. These are the answer script that I have received. So if your answer script is not here, it means that I have not received your answer script. Okay, so if you want to see search your name here, then you can pause the video here. So I'm not stopping here more. I'm directly going to the question paper. So this is the question paper. So I have finished checking all the papers. So most probably by within half an hour, or maybe within 1 hour, you will receive all your answer script. So overall, yes, your performance is above average. Some of you have done good, and almost all of you have done above average. So I have given you marks for all the questions. I have given you marks because yes, I have to give you marks because you have written your answer correctly. But what I was expecting, that I was expecting your answer some more mature or some more explained answer. So two or three of you have written more detail or explained answer that I really liked. But it's not like that. For other people, I have deducted marks. If you have written to the point, also I have given you marks. But somehow I realized that only three, four people you have understood the and you are following the course in much better way compared to the other people. Okay, but if I start the solution, if I start with first question here, then most of you have written it correctly. This isolated and that feedback, TADIP isolated and TADIP feedback. So the answer is that TADIP isolated don't consider the behavior of other applications. So it's only concentrate on each application individually. So it may be possible that the replacement policy that either BIP or LRU that is set for one particular application is not appropriate if we consider the result of other applications. So that's why the TADIB feedback takes the feedback of what are the current replacement policy going on in other application also, and then it decides. So these are the difference. And yes, the overhead, technically there is no such overhead because they use set dwelling concept, right? Set dwelling concept means within this within all the sets they use some set as SDM. So technically, yes, there is no additional hardware overhead. But yes, then now if we count the overhead in terms of number of SDM, then SDN, then TADIP isolated need N, and TADIP feedback need I think twice N. So most of you have written all these things correctly. So that is very easy. For some of you maybe have deducted 1 marks if your explanation was not clear. This EAF and ARIP, this is also very straightforward, and most of you have written it properly. That this the difference is on application behavior. That ARIP takes application behavior while evicting addresses from the buffer. Replacement policy, the question 3. There are some issues with the question 3. So again, more than 50% of you have written it correctly, but some of you have written the advantage of partition, why we need to use partition and all. That's fine, but the main point is why replacement is not enough to partition. That point you missed. Those who have missed that point, I have written it in your answer script, that you have missed that point. That yes, it is good that you have written the advantages of partitioning, but why partitioning? Why not replacement policy is enough? That point you missed. Some of you have missed. So I have mentioned it in the answer script. Going to question number 4, yes, most of you have written it correctly. Some of you have written more detailed explanation, but some of you have written less explanation. But I accepted it if the points that you have written are correct. If those are correct, then I have given you marks. If the points are not appropriate, then I have deducted marks accordingly. Okay. And then question number 5 is yes, it is also straightforward questions. It is directly given from the paper. So these two definition, users interval and liveness interval, these two definitions are given from it is easily available in the paper. So yes, you have, most of you have written it correctly. Most of you have written only one line definition. That is also fine, because I cannot say this is wrong, but yeah, some of you have explained it in much better way. So I appreciate that you have spent time and you have understood it in better way. But anyway, I have given you marks if you have written the definition properly. And the other part is PC based binary classifier. What is the output of this? Most of you have written it properly, so no need to discuss it in more detail, because if you want to know about the answers, exact answer, then you can check the paper. And I why I'm not discussing it, because again it is correct for most of you. For most of you, the you have written it correctly, so that's why I'm not discussing more about question 5. Going to question number 6, there is a confusion in question number 6. If you see here, I have mentioned the cache hit is 97%. If the cache hit is 97 part, hit rate is 97%, then the miss rate is 3% only. Then question number A is fine. Question A is fine. In question B, I am saying if doubling the block size reduces the miss rate to 3%. It is already 3%. So how we can reduce it to 3%? Maybe instead of 90%, I should have written something else. So since there are some confusion in this question, so what I have done, if you have done it this part correctly, that is 2200 nanosecond, and if you have at least tried this second part, I have given you full marks. Even for the question the 6a, some of you have added some hit latency also with it. Hit is actually not included in miss latency, but I have ignored it. As I said, there are some minor issues I feel that in this question. That's why what I did, I've given you full marks if you attempted it correctly. But if you have did some, if you did some mistake in 6a, then I have deducted 1 marks. Coming to question number 7, these questions are very straightforward. One by one, I'll explain. Hawkeye has less hardware overhead as compared to SRAM. Yes, this is a false statement, because Hawkeye hardware overhead is more than SRRIP, because Hawkeye is to use some history tables, right? So again here, writing just for true and false correctly is not enough. If your explanation is not appropriate, then I have not given you marks. So maybe you will find that your statement is true if you match with my answer key here, but still you may sometime maybe you feel that I have given you 0 marks because your explanation was not appropriate. If you go for second one, implementing ASRRIP does not require the concept of dynamic set sampling. This statement is true, but explanation, 50% of you have written wrong explanation. You have written ASRRIP does not use DSS, ASRRIP use set dwelling. SRRIP even don't use SAT dwelling. It is not required. SRRIP simply use RRPP. Why SAT dwelling and DSS, all things are required when there are two different approaches are there, and out of two different approach, which approach should be better? To decide that either we go for DSS or SAT dwelling, right? SRRIP has only one approach. This DRRIP or BRRIP has multiple dual approaches, but SRRIP has only single approach. So this statement is true, but if your explanation is like this, that no SAT DSS, no, instead of DSS SAT dwelling is used, then you have got 0 marks here. Most of you have done this correctly. Cache friendly application do get benefit from LLC utilization policy, so this is fine. Local utilization issue in TCMP means LLC banks are not using uniformly. This is actually global utilization issue. This is not local utilization issue. Local utilization issue means within a bank, sets are not using uniformly, right? So this is a false statement. UCP based cache partitioning applied on each cache set separately. Nothing to explain here, because UCP based cache partitioning applied on each set uniformly, right? So this again, this statement is a false statement. Then the F in Nuka based design, the access time of different banks for a particular code is not same. This is true. It is from the name only, right? Non-uniform cache access. It is not uniform. So again, it's a true statement. Commodity DRAM cell destructive for read operation. Of course, it's destructive for read operation, because when you read the data, charges of from DRAM cell removes, right? The gain cell used in embedded DRAM is destructive for read operation. This is a false statement. For read, the gain cell charges do not discharge. But most of you have written at answer that it use multiple capacitor. I don't think they use multiple capacitor. They use multiple transistors, but capacitor is same. I don't think they use multiple capacitors. So if you have written multiple capacitors, so again your statement is wrong. Phase change memory is better technology to design a cache memory as compared to spin talk. This is a false statement. STT RAM is better, right? Pre-charge operation is not always required. Yes, this is a true statement, but the answer should be if you are requesting for two blocks, consecutive two blocks, and both are mapping to the same row, then for first block you will activate the row. Now row is available in row buffer. For second read access, you no need to activate again because the row is already in row buffer. Even you no need to go for pre-charge again. So your answer should be in this direction. Okay, that is fine. Now the next question is question number 8. So I have written the answer here, but I will not explain the answer. Why I'm not explaining the answer here? Because I was expecting that at least some of you will answer this question, but unfortunately none of you have answered it. Almost zero. Only two people have tried it, and but that also not correct. But for remaining, this is not correct. So what I will do, since if you remember, I mentioned that there will be three extra quizzes, 2 marks, 2 marks, and 1 mark. Out of this, there will be one quiz based on this problem. Why I'll not give you solution is written here, but I'm not scrolling it down because what I want from you that you should understand the concept of TCMP. So there will be a quiz on it, not the main quizzes who is having 10 marks, but those extra quizzes. One quiz I'll only give this question, and maybe I'll increase the complexity of this question and I'll give it to you. So try to understand the concept of TCMP, try to understand what I want to expect from you in this question. So this question is not over. Okay, try to understand it. So I hope everything is clear. If you have any more doubt, then you can send me email. I'll send you first. I'll send you a email attaching your answer script. So if you have any doubt, you can reply to this email. I'll answer your doubts. Okay, but please reply your doubts within 2 days. Don't be late, and I'll also try to reply immediately. Okay, thank you for watching this video.